So, our story for today is... Laksi ang basa.
Kalang.
Ha?
Ang sayang isang dalaka.
Gusto ko ulitin mo. Gusto ko malakas.
Kalang.
Karang.
Kalang. Kalang. Kalang.
O, karang. Ang basa dito.
Kal.
O, yun. Ang
Badang isa tangka.
dangkal.
Daka.
The tiny.
Hero.
Okay. So, ito daw ay muling isinalaysay ni...
With meaning of Hilda.
Ito lang mo yung basa. Wag yung bilya lang. Bilya.
Huevo.
Villanueva.
Villanueva.
Villanueva. Ito daw ay iginuhit ni...
Ko.
Ko ano?
Kola. Tanda. Abapi. No.
Alba.
Abang no.
Okay, very good. So, ito daw ay kwento ng bayaning isang dangkal na nagngangalang si Carancal. Okay? Muling isinalaysay ni Rene O. Villanueva. At iginuhit naman ni Cora Dandan Albano.
Abano.
Okay. So, what do you want to read? What do you want us to read? The Tagalog one or the English one?
The English.
Okay. You promise me that you'll listen to me, okay?
Okay.
Carancal was an unusual child. He was only as tall as the span of a hand. Ito lang daw, ganito. Ganito ka. Span of a hand. Ganito, look at mommy's hands. Yan. So, ito lang, ganito lang kaliit si Carancal. His parents have wondered since he was born, for no matter what they did, their child never grew. Carancal, Carancal, when will you grow? Will you forever be as small as the span of a hand? Carancal's parents were poor, but he knew that they loved him dearly. So, they are just poor, but they love Carancal. Carancal really wanted to help his parents, but they wouldn't let him. They didn't want Carancal to help with any of the chores because they were worried that he would have a hard time. Carancal was so small that he looked weak. Ayun. You see, it's a big sack and Carancal is just small. So how come that he can move this sack? So the parents, his mommy and daddy, didn't want Carancal to help them. Kasi kawawa. Diba? Right? He will have a hard time in helping them. That's why they said, oh no, don't help us anymore because it will be too hard for you. You cannot do it because you're too small. Okay, so yan. Si Carancal ay kumakain na. But surprisingly, even though Carancal was tiny, he ate a lot. Yum, yum, yum. He ate a lot.
I eat a lot of them.
You're not eating a lot.
What?
You're a picky eater. Yeah. So that's bad. Being a picky eater is bad. It was as if he never got full. He can finish a pot of rice, a cauldron of viand, a whole watermelon, and would sometimes even have 3 bunches of bananas for dessert. How come? As tiny as Carancal, but he can eat a lot. Where did he store all the foods? You see, bananas are even bigger than him, but he can eat all of them in one go.
And don't worry, he can eat. He will be the planet eater.
Planet eater. You and your imagination. Okay, Carancal ate so much that his parents got even fuller. They worked even harder in the farm just to be able to feed Carancal. But as the days passed, Carancal's appetite grew even bigger until there was nothing left to eat but 6 peppercorns. Wala na silang makain. They have nothing to eat. Because Carancal was always eating.
Banana?
No, not just banana. A lot of food. Different foods. Not just banana.
If not, he will give banana to them.
Huwag mo sipain. Maaano yung ating video. Okay. Carancal felt sorry for his parents. They were always tired from working hard every day. So one night, Carancal thought of looking for his own fortune. "Someday, I will give you a good life," said Carancal to his snoring parents. And the tiny child quietly left, with only 6 peppercorns in his pocket. Yun, 6 peppercorns lang ang dala niya. What are peppercorns? Ano ba yung peppercorns, anak? Yun ay paminta. The black thing that we use when we are cooking. It's like a seasoning.
Is a corn? That's a corn?
Carancal traveled far. Whenever he got hungry, he would grind the peppercorn and eat it to satisfy his hunger. One day, Carancal found himself in a town with no people. It was very quiet. Yeah, look, it's a town. There's no people in it.
Maybe it's
Oh, that's shocking. What's that? What do you think is this?
giant.
Hmm?
Giant.
Giant. Okay, let's see if that's a giant. Carancal looked around, but there was no one. Imagine his surprise when, beside the foot of a tree, he saw a huge pair of feet. When he looked up, there was a giant frowning at him. A giant with big, big nostrils. Yeah, big nostrils.
Where's the nostril?
Carancal? Yeah, this is the giant that Carancal saw. Look, this is Carancal. He's so tiny. The giant
Where is
took
the,
him.
Where he is? Where's like that?
Ayun na.
No.
Yeah.
The selfie.
The nose, the word nose? No, not that one, this one. Big, big nostrils.
Where's the
This is
biggest-
our nostrils. This. Yeah, that's our nostrils.
That's a nostril?
Yeah. Big nose. Huwag mo sipain kasi baka ano yung record. Carancal tried to run away, but it was too late. The giant picked him up by the collar and peered at the child who was only as big as a span of a hand. Carancal was very scared because the giant might eat him. The giant held him close to his nose and sniffed and smelled. How do you sniff? Hindi, I mean, how do we do the sniff? Or how do we sniff a person? You sniff, mommy. Yes, that's what the giant did to Carancal. Hala! Hatching! Nahatching ang giant. Carancal thought fast. He threw ground pepper at the giant. The bits of peppercorn flew in the giant's nose. The giant sneezed one sneeze after another. Ha ha ha! Hatching! 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 Sa English, hatching. Ay, sa Tagalog, hatching. Pag Tagalog, hatching. Pag English, hatchu. May translation din ang hatching. Ano? Ayan, oh. Look. Nahatching siya. Kasi yung peppercorn, yung paminta, when we put that into our nose, or when you smell it, or when you sniff a peppercorn, or yun nga yung paminta, it makes us allergic. So, that's the result of, that's the reason why the giant sneezed. Okay? So, the giant continued to sneeze until he lost his balance. He slipped and fell on the rocks. It was a good thing he didn't fall on Carancal. The giant died right away. Hala, namatay si giant kasi pagka-hatching niya, nadulas siya. He slipped. once they were sure that the giant was no longer breathing, people came out one by one from everywhere. They were so pleased with Carancal. The cruel giant had been spreading terror for a long time. Even the Datu was very pleased with Carancal. Ayun, kaya pala naman walang tao noon. Kasi takot sila doon sa giant na yon, doon sa monster na yon. It's not, hindi pala siya monster. He's just a giant, but he is a cruel one. That's why the people are not going outside. Okay, so next is, as a reward, the Datu told Carancal that he could wish for anything. Carancal thought hard before replying. Carancal asked for a big house for his parents and their own land to till. Carancal's parents were very happy when his wishes were granted. Yun. So the Datu said to Carancal that you can wish anything you want and I'll grant it. So ang winish ni Carancal, ano kaya yung winish ni Carancal? Magkaroon ng ano po? Carancal asked for a big one. Yes, a big house para daw sa kanyang parents.
If you get a thought, if you get a thought,
So, from then on, Carancal was known as the tiny hero. And, dito ka tumingin! Carancal was known as the tiny hero. And in many towns, you would hear people singing, Carancal, Carancal, you're a true hero, even though you're only as big as the span of a hand. So, sa Tagalog, Carancal, Carancal, bayani kang tunay, kahit ang taas mo'y iisang laksi. Dangkal. Dangkal. Okay. Carancal proved the saying that although you're small, you can still be good, talented, and a big help. So yun, that's the moral lesson of the story. Even though you're small, you can still be a good, talented, and a big help. Okay, do you understand that?
yeah, I
Huh?
can protect girls from bad guys.
You protect the girls from bad guys.
When I get pain, to knock them when the girls run. If I knock them.
That's good. That's a good start. Okay, yun. Doon natapos ang ating story. O again, ano nga ulit yung title na story?
Me.
Ano yung title na story?
The one it looks like me.
Ako, may tanong sa'yo si Mami. Asan na yung ano natin? Asan na yun?
It's hiding from